it's me from the future. It's been about 2 days since I landed home from Barcelona, and I'm finally in a normal mood to make a video because I realized when editing this video that I never had any kind of introduction in which I explained why I was in Barcelona, who I was with, how long I was there. So I thought I'd throw this clip in to answer that question. So about 3 months ago, I was sitting at dinner with my friend in Baltimore, my friend Colleen, who is in this vlog, and she expressed wanting to do something big and different for her birthday, and we well, we decided on an international trip, which you guys know I'm always down for. And so we chose Barcelona. I went to Barcelona exactly 10 years ago. It was an 8th grade art trip where I went to Barcelona, Madrid, and Paris. It was my first ever international trip. So I didn't really remember anything from it. The only thing specifically about Barcelona that I remembered was La Sagrada Familia, and it was the first time I had ever seen an H&M. But anyway, so we decided on Barcelona. I was really excited. I thought September was the best time to go as well. So yeah, we put that into fruition, asked some people to join us, and her friend Sammy joined us, and our mutual friend, but a friend that I actually met through Colleen, Ksenia, also joined us for a couple of days of the trip. So I was in Barcelona for a total of 5 days, 5 full days, 6 if you include the day when I left. But yeah, that was the premise of the trip, and I was there with those 3 ladies, and my friend Blake also stopped through during his European excursion. But yeah, so without further ado, I guess I will let you guys get back to your regularly scheduled program. Barcelona. So I actually got into Barcelona yesterday morning, and I filmed a bunch of little stuff that we did, but it was kind of a chill day. But I wanted to do a proper intro of introducing you guys to this Barcelona vlog. So today, which is Friday, September 14th, we are going to go see some touristy stuff. We're going to Park Güell, La Sagrada Familia, and I'm not entirely sure where we're going after that, but I think we're taking bikes. If not, we're gonna hit the metro. But either way, I'm gonna be taking you guys along with me. I think that since it is more of a touristy day, I'm gonna be on my DSLR, so if the footage looks a little different in terms of quality, then that's why. I didn't want to take 2 cameras around, but I'm gonna get that stuff for you guys, so please sit back and enjoy this vlog. So we're currently walking an incline, and I have a story to tell about my trip at the Atlanta airport, but this is a lot more work than I intended to do today. I've never felt more disgusting in my entire life, and I'm about to get run by a car. Excuse me. And it keeps going. Oh, we're finally here. I'll have to show you guys on our way down what we climbed, but I've never felt this gross in my life. So if you guys can see, we climbed this entire thing, like I don't even know if you can see it, but all the way up there to the top, like we climbed that earlier. Buenas tardes from beautiful Tosa de Mar. It's been a while since I've checked in with you guys, but yesterday was exactly as I said it was going to be. We did a lot of sightseeing. We walked over, or took the metro over to La Sagrada Familia, then metroed over to Park Güell, and both of those places were just so massive that it took a lot of walking. I mean, yesterday was probably the most I've walked, not to mention, if you are going to take the metro to Park Güell, be prepared to walk. It is not for people who have issues with walking or like get tired easily. We had to walk up an incline that was so steep. I was wearing a dress. It wasn't the move. It wasn't. I mean, I'm sure you can take a taxi or car or something up there, because I mean, obviously there are people who cannot walk and they want to see these beautiful monuments and things that the city is known for. But if you're just planning to just walk in the metro and you're like, oh, it's fine, it'll be around the corner. It's not around the corner. It's way up, because the point of Park Güell is that it is at one of the highest peaks in Barcelona, and you can see so many beautiful things across the city, and you can see all of Gaudi's works and things like that. So it's so beautiful and so worth checking out. I will say that if you actually want to go to certain parts of the park, or you want to go into Gaudi's house, or you want to go over to where the mosaics are, you do have to book in advance, you do have to pay. But if you're just wanting to walk around, get a good view of Barcelona and have something to do, that's totally free. But yeah, it was so nice. It was such a long day. Even though we intended to start about 9 a.m, we didn't get started till about 11, and we still were out all the way until about 6:30, exhausted. Just our legs were like, we need to stop. But it was such a good day, and after that we just kind of went out on the town and got to see the Born area. So if anyone is watching this and they're from Barcelona, we went out in Born, and it was really cool, really laid back, just a line of bars. We haven't done the like quintessential night out in Spain where it's after midnight, like 2 a.m. to 7 a.m. style yet. May attempt it tonight. But today we are doing a beach day in Tosa de Mar. It's about an hour and a half by bus outside of Barcelona, and it is beautiful. I'm gonna show you guys my current view. Isn't this insane? By the way, I hope you guys could have heard me through that whole thing. I don't know how loud the water is, but this is my current view. Oh, and look at a castle up there. But it's just, it's unreal. And I mean, I feel like I've mentioned this before. I'm trying to think about where I've been this year. I don't know, I think I've mentioned it before though. I'm not really like a beach person. I don't like to get into water and things like that. But you know what, I'm in Spain, and so I brought out my hat, wearing a bathing suit and some sunglasses, and I'm just chilling on the sand. If anyone's interested in looking this up, I will definitely leave all the information below about what we did to get here. Our bus here was 12 euros, our bus back is 12 euros. So for 24 euros and a whole day trip, we got here at 11:20, and then we'll be leaving at 5:25. So I don't know, it's exciting. So that's what we'll be doing for the rest of the day, and then going back and kind of seeing what happens for the rest of the night. the next day. Yesterday, nothing much happened after the beach. We were just so wiped out from being in the sun all day and walking around. Also, I hope you guys can hear me because it's kind of windy out here, very bright. But today, after sleeping in and having kind of a long morning, we are at the Tibidabo, which is a really high peak in Barcelona, which is a church. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's a church, but it's also an amusement park. It's really cool. It's highly recommended. So yeah, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at right now. So this is the church, and if you go up to the top, pretty sure that's supposed to be Jesus. But yeah, this is the church. We're gonna enter in there in a minute, and then if you come around here, you'll see an entrance to the amusement park. Kind of looks like Six Flags if you've ever been to Six Flags or heard of it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna take you guys along with me, and the day should be fun. It's already like 4 o'clock, so I'm not entirely sure what's gonna be happening for the rest of the evening. But you know, whatever. I'm just gonna show you what we're doing. So stick around. How beautiful this church is. It is a temple, by the way. I checked the brochure inside. And the day is just so nice. Clear skies, just a great breeze. Hello, Colleen. Hi, Sammy. And this is our view. Hey, Blake. That's overlooking the whole city. And that's the amusement park I was telling you guys about. Isn't that ridiculous? You can't even see where the ocean ends and where the sky begins. Hello! It's the last day in Barcelona. We're currently taking some pictures. And this is our current view. It's just, every day in Barcelona has been so nice. Like the weather has been amazing. And we're just taking advantage of it on our last day. Hello. This is Colleen. Hi. And that's Sammy. And so now we're just headed to the beach. So we're gonna take you along with us. Well, we've returned back to where I started you at the beginning of this video, and I wanted to cut back in and kind of go through how I felt about the trip. Now, I know I've kind of been doing this with a couple of past vlogs where I just haven't had the time, or I don't know, the right environment or atmosphere while I'm on the trip to kind of close out the vlogs properly. From there, I haven't really had the time or had enough energy or been in the mood to get in front of the camera and kind of talk about it, so I figured I'd talk about it at the end of this video. If you don't want to sit through me talking about it, I have, of course, covered my overall feelings and tips and everything like that on my blog, which the post is linked down below, as every vlog I've created has a corresponding blog post. But yeah, so for me, this trip was absolutely amazing. I think it has been the best trip of my life so far from a vacation standpoint. I mean, you know, to go somewhere for 5 days, it was this all-encompassing feeling. It was being in a country that was so beautiful and full of history and full of life and color and culture. That was one thing. Another thing was that it was invigorating and challenging for me to start speaking Spanish again. Those were just kind of the things up front that I loved about Barcelona. But another thing too was something I love about Europe in general is this laid back atmosphere. There's no rush, there's no pressure to do anything. It's just go with the flow. And obviously you're already in that mindset when you're on vacation, but I truly just felt relaxed. Another thing that was so pivotal to this trip was the company I was with. Like I said, I was there with my friend Colleen. I've known Colleen for 2 years. We roomed together when we did intern abroad. When we were interning abroad, I met her friend and former roommate Ksenia, who is now a friend of mine. And then this was my first time meeting Colleen's friend Sammy, and they've been friends since they were in high school. And so it was cool. I mean, I had no idea kind of how it was going to go. I knew I was going to be with a cool group of girls, but I had no idea I was going to bond with them in the way that I did. And that was very important to me, to feel comfortable and just kind of cool with the group. And I could not have asked for a better group of people to travel with. Not to mention my friend Blake, who was one of my first friends ever in life. He was crossing through, or chose to cross through Barcelona at the same time we were there, so it overlapped and they got to meet someone from my childhood. So that was really cool. It just really meshed well. And that really makes or breaks a trip for me, is the company that you're with, because you could be in an amazing place doing amazing things, but if the vibe is off, you know, it could really ruin everything. But that was not the case. And another thing too that I didn't really touch on was that our Airbnb was honestly the most perfect Airbnb that I could have imagined. It was beautiful and light and airy and modern, and it was centrally located, like so centrally located. I cannot stress that enough. We were a block from a metro station. We could walk anywhere we wanted to eat or shop or stop at the local supermarket. It was everything. It had an elevator, or lift for my non-American people or anyone who doesn't use the word elevator. I mean, it was amazing. 10 out of 10. I would absolutely stay there again. So that obviously contributed to a lot of how easy navigating was, because I figured that we were all, of course, in much better moods knowing we could just walk down the street to get something. Another way I would recommend is the metro. The metro is pretty straightforward, especially if you know how to navigate maps on your phone. If you have an international plan or you have international data, the good thing is on the metro there is, there's not Wi-Fi, but you don't lose service going underground. You can still connect. So I was able to send my texts and map stuff out and make sure we were going to be on the right train stop. So that was really cool. And also the metro, again, like it connects to all the major stops that you need to get to all the landmarks and monuments and things like that. And then finally, if you can avoid it, I would, but I found taxis to be more inexpensive than Uber. We did use taxi to get to the Airbnb, and they have so many you can just flag them down, but I just found that it worked better than Uber. But again, we were so centrally located, thankfully, for our Airbnb that we could walk everywhere pretty much and didn't really need to rely on hiring a car service. Anything else I haven't touched on, I know for sure I touched on in my blog. I'm sure that I'm missing details like how we got to Tossa de Mar. But I don't want to keep you guys just here rambling on and on and on. You get the gist that it was an amazing trip. I cannot wait to hopefully return much sooner than later. Hopefully not another 10 years goes by before I get to see the beautiful city again. Yeah, so if you have any questions, of course, leave any comments. You can reach me on my blog. But as always, thank you so much for watching. And I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I had so much fun filming it. I cannot talk about this trip enough. And as always, you can visit all my my social media handles linked down below. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Bye!